Okay, welcome back to Mapped. I'm at the Yonderman on this glorious day. Oh, it's a victory. I haven't seen one of those for ages. And I thought I'll share with you, or take the opportunity to share with you, my thoughts on the 5 things I don't like about the R1250GS. Oh yes, here it is. A new video on my 5 things. And here we go. Don't know if you can see over there, but some gorgeous Harleys, 50s ones, in all their glory, and a stunning Triumph Bonneville as well. Okay, so let's get it rolling out of the Yonderman, and away we go. Always fun at the Yonderman. Oh no! My shades are bust! Oh no! Gutted. Absolutely gutted. My favourite shades. Oh well. Okay, so my 5 things I don't like about the GS R1250, and again, this is in no particular order. If anything, it's a bit of fun, just sharing my thoughts on the bike, and if anything, they're all really niggles because it's pretty much the complete package. But that being said, there are some things that I feel that were a bit frustrating or annoying with a bike like this, and here they are. So let's kick things off with number 1. So number 1 on the list is the side stand. And obviously when I say the side stand, there's nothing wrong with the side stand. It does what it is designed to do, but I feel, and I'm almost positive it's not just me going crazy, it's that the angle of the side stand when the bike's parked up is far more acute than the old R1200 Adventure. And you might think that's not a big a deal, you know, and I guess really it isn't, but with a bike this size and the weight of it, it can cause issues at when dealing with ground that it's not uneven, and take 2, an uneven car park, adverse cambers, all that kind of stuff. It's a bit of a nightmare when trying to lift the bike up, and I've had a couple of occasions when I've struggled with that. And you know, that, and after having the GS Adventure for 2-3 years, I never had a problem picking it up off the side stand. So that, number 1, the lean angle of the side stand on this bike is far more acute than the other one, and it's not just in my head. It really is. I've noticed it when even when parking up in my own garage, I've had to get a plank of wood underneath the side stand to make sure that it isn't leaning over too far and taking up that much space. I know I could use the centre stand, but I prefer the side stand for moving it about. Oh dear, what's going on here? Oh, it looks like these guys have been pulled. Yeah, oh no, they've been taken. Oh dear, hope they're okay. Oh dear. Alright, so yeah, number one, side stand. Again, as you can see, a minor thing, but it's something that I felt I should share with you on this list. Number two on this list is this screen. Now, again, this is a minor observation and a bit of a niggle, and it's something or nothing really, but I preferred the bigger screen on the Adventure. That screen was fantastic, both with wind protection as well as weather protection. I thought it was just tip top and really in keeping with the GS. Now this screen, there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. Again, it does the job, but I would have preferred having the bigger screen. And when we're getting in the subject of, which will be coming on another point as we go along this list, I could have swapped it out for the larger screen, but at a cost. And when we're dealing with a bike like this, those costs mount up very quickly. So I was frustrated that I couldn't just swap it out for the other GS screen, which is still on the Adventure, onto this bike without paying a couple of £100 for the privilege. So a minor thing, again, an annoyance. This one works absolutely fine, and I'm not going to change it out now, especially for that kind of money, but it would have been nice to have the option. So yeah, number two is the screen. Oh no, we've got a caravan. We've got a caravan, people. It's never good. I am absolutely gutted about my shades. I'll have to get them replaced. Okay, on to number three. Now this one is down to just personal taste, as what this list is based on. It's obviously on my opinions and my thoughts on having both the 1200 variant as well as now the 1250, and the differences between the Adventure and non-Adventure. So number three are the VARIO panniers. Again, you'll see a running theme through this. They're absolutely fit for purpose. They're very, very good. They're big USP with being able to expand to adjust for your luggage is really, really good. I love that. It's one of the things that drew me in and made me want to try them out, because that ability to expand is really useful, and I think that it is a great thing. But really, if you're going to have them on the bike, you're going to have them on the bike for touring, right? And therefore you will have them expanded to the biggest they can be. Get this out the way. So what was I saying? So yeah, the big USP or unique selling point about the VARIO panniers is the fact that they can expand, which is really cool. I think that's a very useful thing to have. But having used them now, I've never felt the need to have them at their smallest. They're always going to be, I think, through my use anyway, expanded to their maximum capacity. Because when on tour, you want them. That's the whole purpose of having them. They're going to be loaded up and being used with the inner bags and all your stuff, and I just think it's a bit over-engineered. Having had them now, it's an option that's really nice to have, and it's something to show other people. But again, it's one of those things, in my opinion, if you have them, they're always going to be expanded to the maximum capacity, or vice versa, they're always going to be at their minimum. You're never going to be adjusting them constantly. So that's one of the observations I've had with them. It's one of those over-engineered things that looks really cool, but you're never actually going to use it regularly. It's only going to be set at one point, much like adjustable screens. The other thing, and more relevant to this list, is that I'm not feeling the side loading aspect of them. I miss top loading panniers. I loved that with the aluminium ones I had with the Adventure. They were really good solid panniers, and the ability of having them that way and having them made in aluminium meant that they could be used for other things. Case in point, we used the aluminium panniers from the Adventure while we're at the Isle of Man TT as additional seating at the campsite, which was fantastic. Makeshift seating, you know. As soon as we unloaded the bikes, the guys had some pop-up chairs, and me and Toby used the panniers as stools around the campfire kind of thing. It was really good, and that's something I wouldn't be able to do with the VARIO panniers, just by their design and materials, or at least I wouldn't feel comfortable with using them in that way. So yeah, there we go. The VARIO panniers are very good, but once you've had the top loading aluminium style ones that are that much more rugged and a bit more usable, it's a bit of an adjustment. So they're the thing. Like a minor thing that I don't like about them is those panniers, but like I said, it's a minor thing and it's a personal preference because they are very good at their primary purpose, i.e. holding luggage. So yeah. All that being said though, I think they look very smart on the bike, so that's a big plus for the VARIO panniers. I think they look very slick, neat and smart when the bike's all loaded up. What a glorious day, look at it. Absolutely beautiful. I'm so pleased I'm out on my motorcycle. I'm having a ball. I'm heading home at the moment. I'm going via Buxton, in case you guys were interested. There's a fantastic road, which I forget the name of, heading out of Buxton towards Manchester, and it's just phenomenal. So I've decided to go that way. It's a bit longer, but when the weather's like this, and I've got no other plans today, I thought, why the hell not? Okay, so as we're coming into Buxton now, I'll share with you number 4 on my list. And again, number 4 is based on personal preference, and number 4 is the general ergonomics of the R1250GS. Hello Buxton. Now, before I go into this, I think that the GS series of motorcycles are the most comfortable bikes around. They are so good for pretty much anything you want to do, be it touring, commuting, or just having a bit of fun on the weekend. They're just amazing machines. And the Adventure variant was almost like it was created just for me. It was perfect with regards to the bar height, the pegs, the seat, the whole 9 yards. I thought that it would be the same with the R1250GS, i.e. non-Adventure, but I was wrong. There are some differences between the bikes in a few key areas. Now when I jumped on the bike, that I found that the pegs were slightly higher, and I feel that the bars are slightly lower than the Adventure. Only by much, but by enough to warrant me. Oh wow, look at all the bikes. Alright guys, sorry. It was enough to warrant me to invest in third-party parts like lowered pegs from Wondershare, and I'm currently looking at bar risers as well to account for those little differences, which is a shame, because when again you're dealing with a bike at this price point, you're ideally looking for that ideal fit like it was with the Adventure. And you might ask, why didn't I just go for another Adventure? Well, I wanted something different. That's why, you know, I wanted when buying a new bike, I wanted to have something a little bit different from what I had for the last 2 to 3 years. Plus, I think that the GS is slightly better looking and slightly sleeker than the Adventure variant. So that's why. So, in summary, an immensely comfortable bike and a lot of fun too. But the ergonomics for me had to be slightly amended to get that same comfort level which I had on the Adventure, which was slightly disappointing. I did give it a go before doing the adjustments, but yeah, I had to make those amendments to make it work. So number 4 is ergonomics on the bike. Well, this isn't going to work for me. Okay, up and away. Woohoo! Okay, so what we are, number 5 on the list is the elephant in the room, in my opinion, when it comes to BMW and the BMW R1200 series, or any of their series for that matter. And number 5 on the list is the money, the cost. Whatever way you slice it, the GS is a very expensive bike, and it's not limited to just the bike. You know, the servicing, although arguably that's competitive, but it's still not cheap. And then there's the parts, be it BMW parts and accessories, or third-party parts and accessories. All of them are expensive. It reminds me of weddings. You know, you put wedding in front of anything, you can add another 0. It's the same with a BMW, which is frustrating. But, you know, the old adage, you get what you pay for, always springs to mind. And I love this bike. I love what it can do, and it always makes me smile. And I'm happy to pay the price for that. Only gets a bit frustrating when you take him. Look at the views! Woohoo! It only gets frustrating, I guess, to see other machines, other bikes on the road, knowing that they cost a fraction of what your bike does, and then probably, arguably, having equal experience to you at a much lesser price. But you know, it is what it is. I guess it is what it is. But still, it's the cost. But you know, biking alone isn't cheap. It's one of those hobbies that gets under your skin, and once it gets under your skin, you know, you might as well just hand over your wallet, because there's always going to be, you know, the other bike, a new helmet, whatever it may be. So yeah, they're my top 5. In summary, it's the side stand, that screen, the panniers, the ergonomics, and the price. They're my top 5. But really, I think if I could add a number 6 on there, it's number 6 would be, it's not my R1250GS, because I love that bike. Yeah, I adored it. Anyway, there we go. That's my top 5. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to share your comments if you agree or do not agree. As I said, it's just my personal thoughts on this wonderful machine. I hope you're all staying safe and getting out whatever you can on your bike. We'll be out again real soon, and until then, take care. Bye bye. Oh, I just thought of one more to the list. One other minor little niggle that kind of irks me a little bit, and it's the calipers. It should be Brembo front and back. I want that Brembo caliper on the front, and it always annoys me that it doesn't, and I do not know why. I miss having the Brembo on the front. It just occurred to me. Anyway, that's it. I'm out. Bye bye.